So we put a post out on our YouTube channel asking for your hottest takes, and no matter how controversial, I'm here to respond. So the first one is, the waiting list doesn't exist and it's just a way for the salesman to favour their clients. You are right. There is a way that the ADs do play their games. Everyone has a different policy. The information I'm given from my clients and clients that buy from ADs is exactly what you're saying in there. Some clients are favoured over others. They are given far more watches. My benchmark, what I've been told, is 3 watches a year you can actually get, and one of those being a sports professional, a date just maybe a bigger piece. I know firsthand that clients are getting a lot more watches than that, and you're exactly right in what you're saying. The salesman or the AD or the manager, whoever's in charge, they are choosing the person that gets their watches in a completely different manner to what I'm sure the Rolex HQ will know about. So the next one is, Rolex are way better build quality than APs, and I have both. And I have to agree with you there. I have had and owned both. Obviously, I'm pretty much a Rolex specialist company, but I've owned both myself personally. We don't stock APs in the market due to obviously the way the market is and the prices of APs, and we think they're slightly soft in the market and a small percentage of the market. But build quality, I have to say Rolex definitely are above AP. AP do have a beautiful looking watch, in particular the Royal Oak. Beautiful, literally the beauty is all in the bracelet, display case back, but build quality for me personally, side by side, I would say Rolex 1,000,000%. So the next one is, Yacht-Masters are better than subs as nobody dives and you see less of them. My answer to that is, not a lot of people do dive, but the Yacht-Master is definitely a Marmite watch. The Submariner is tried and tested, iconic. We sell so many of them at LWC, from the steel and gold, and the full gold. For me, the Yacht-Master is a really nice watch. It's always been Marmite. Because of the polished centre links, it appeals more to ladies as well, especially in the rose gold and steel. But for me, it's definitely Submariner 100%. The new bezel on the Starbucks has changed it from a thumbs up to a thumb down. So obviously this particular person is saying that he doesn't like the new Starbucks. I actually have 2 here. I can quickly grab those for you. So we've got that one and that one. So that one being the old one, so that's the Mark 1, and that one's being the Mark 2. Don't know if you guys can see it there. That's obviously the lighter green, nod to the Kermit, discontinued 2012, very similar colour bezel, although the earlier one was aluminium. This is all ceramic, as you know. Me personally, I don't agree with you. I prefer the Mark 2 because I think if you're going to be green, let's be green. You know, let's not be halfway in the grey, but a lot of you guys out there will still love this one. For me, it's a little bit more dull. Until this one came out, I definitely did really like this watch, but for me, that puts it over the edge. White dial is the best sky dweller, massively underrated. Simple answer, yeah, you're right. I've had the white sky dweller in stainless steel. I've had it in the actual white gold. For me, I'm not a fan, if I'm honest with you. You won't see many in the marketplace. It's like a creamy coloured one, bit of a lost model. The RRP higher than all the other ones. The actual white gold one, you'll see really low in the market. If you want a bargain, definitely one to go to. But it is underrated because everybody wants the black or the blue, or now the new mint green, which obviously I've still got a super high premium, which I do advise wait till it comes down a bit. But the white dial for me, it's so clean, such a nice watch. And for me, the RRP on that's 13.6, I'm going to say somewhere around there. You can pick one of them between sort of 15 and 15.5 grand. And for me, that's value for money. The 126613LB is top 3 best looking watches in the world. For you guys out there that don't know, that is the Bluesy, the steel and yellow gold Submariner, the 421mm, the new model ceramic bezel. That one is actually, the B means, for you guys that don't know, the LB, that means blue, the LN means black, noir and blur. So I've actually got a black one here I can show you. Very, very popular watch. That's more for the under radar client, the client that wants the obviously upgraded from a stainless steel one. Got a stainless steel one here I can show you. That's a stainless steel one, just to show you the difference. So that's the steel one, that's an upgraded one, really nice watch, just over RRP at 13,150, we're selling that for 14. And the blue one, unfortunately, we have sold out, but for me, the Bluesy, absolutely the best one in that range with the steel and gold. Iconic, sunburst blue, you see it in the sun, what a watch. And there, the particular client saying top 3 best looking watches in the world. I'd have to agree, it's definitely one of them. Would it be in my top 3 in the world? Possibly not, but definitely in my top 5 or my top 10. Nautilus and Aquanaut are fugly and boring. AP today is a one model brand. Patek are great, but overhyped priced. So there's 2 things there. Saying that the Nautilus and Aquanauts are ugly and boring, I do not agree. You've got a massive variation on the Aquanauts, the different ones from the steel, rose gold, and obviously you've got some really special dials and combinations and complications, and also chronograph movements. I actually have one here. I have the steel one. This is the 5167A, 40mm. Iconic watch. Beautiful, beautiful watch, 40mm in size. To give you an idea, these watches sell for just under 50k for a new or nearly new one. Absolutely stunning watch. It's underrated and super, super comfy. Really thin, as you can see there. Open display case back. And yeah, look at the thinness of that rubber strap. Absolutely beautiful watch. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I think you are definitely wrong on that. And the Nautilus, I've got a couple here, so I'll just grab one to show you. I won't take the heavy hitter. I'll get that one, which is the 5711 Nautilus. White dial, discontinued, stainless steel, super, super classy watch. There's plenty of different variations in the Nautilus range, going all up to rose gold and steel. Obviously the new blue dial one's super, super nice watch. But this one here, iconic, absolute Rolls Royce of watchmaking. And for me, there's nothing better than a Patek. If you're talking about that specialist market, that tiny, tiny part of the market, one that super classy watch, for me, it's Patek 1,000,000%. Going grey deal is cheating and takes the fun out of playing the AD game. I think that's from somebody who obviously has possibly had a few, maybe getting a few watches. A lot of my clients are not going to the ADs anymore. They're not playing the AD game. They're actually going straight to the grey. And when you're losing money when you walk out the door, I would not consider that cheating. Going to grey, I'd consider that smart. Go straight to the grey. Don't go to AD, because at the end of the day, all you're doing is losing money, and that's not fun. Next one is 90% of a luxury watch's value is in its branding and marketing. Even quality is overrated. Absolutely wrong. It's absolutely not in the branding and marketing. It's absolutely in the horology side. I would like to know if this particular person has any knowledge on the horology side of the watch industry and actually what goes into making one, manufacturing one, designing one, producing one. For me, you know, it's all about the horology behind the company. Rolex are the best marketed brand in the world. We all know that. There are other brands out there that produce less watches, the Holy Trinity, Vacheron, Audemars and Patek Philippe. But for me, it's far more than value. It's far more than money and marketing. It's about the horology. A Rolex Submariner is like an Audi A3, iPhone or BMW 3 Series. We all know it's semi-luxurious and well made, but it's so common and no one thinks or looks twice when they see you wearing one. Well, I have to agree to a point. It is probably the most iconic and known watch out there. Super, super classic, stainless steel sub, been around forever. The first one was a non-date, then they went to the date. That was in the early 50s, by the way, around 52, 53. We're now into the Submariner date, and then they brought the no date out again. For me, I love a no date, super clean and classy. And at the end of the day, if you're wanting something which is a nod to the German quality and the robustness and the actual reliability of a German car, and you're looking here at the Submariner, which again is the robustness of Rolex's models, then for me, there's nothing better. The best all-round Rolex you will ever buy is a Rolex Submariner steel. This is another one. So despite what most enthusiasts will tell you, Rolex is one of the best value for money watch brands out there. Wake me up when similar price brands come up with a 12mm automatic chronometer. I have to agree, if I'm honest with you. I don't think of a better brand out there. That's why we are a Rolex specialist company, the luxury watch company. There's no better brand for me. When I first started in the industry, I sold every brand going, and I mean every brand. Breitlings, Amigas, Frank Muller's, Cartier's, you name it, I sold it. And there's one reason why we've streamlined into a Rolex specialist company, because it is the best brand in the world, not only for wearing and affordability, but also for long-term investment. And it's that watch that everybody at some point in their life wants to achieve and own. And for me, there's only one winner, Rolex. The Rolex Air-King is a great looking watch and unfairly gets piled on by the watch community. I have to agree with you there. I do think it does get unfairly piled on. Unfortunately, as you probably know, you probably own one as well. It is really a Marmite watch. There's not many people out there that really request that. The client that buys it wants it because it is different. It is a sports professional. It is 40mm. Unfortunately, the older one, there's not much love for that in the current market, but the new one, I have to say, with the new case, you know, it's got the new sportier look, it's got the new changes to the dial, it's also got the new crown guards. I think it's a really good improvement. I just don't think it's one of them watches that will ever get the love in the market, because as you can see here, you've got a choice of all these beautiful looking watches. I'm not saying it's not beautiful, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Next one is the Rolex Coke is better than the Pepsi. They shouldn't release the Coke again until they can make the red ceramic dial vibrant red like the original. Although hearing that they having trouble producing the red ceramic worries me that it will not be released again anytime soon. Love your videos. What he's actually saying there is, I think he's meaning the bezel, not the dial, because obviously the dial is black, but it's exactly right. cover this in loads of videos. I do think they should release the coke, because I do like the look of the coke, obviously the discontinued one, the pre-ceramic. For me, I did say in other videos, I would love for Rolex to produce another one and release another one, and I think at this particular moment they will not be able to do it because they are in manufacturing problems, and the problems are with the red colour, and when they actually manufacture it's only the colour red that they have trouble with, and they're struggling to make it. At that particular point, for me, I just think I'm not going to see one soon. I do think they should do it, and for me, I think it'll be a great and very, very popular watch, because without the blue, because it'll be black and red, I think more people will choose to buy that because it'll be less in your face than the Pepsi. This is quite a good one actually. The Omega Speedmaster is an overall better watch for the money than the Rolex Daytona. If Omega would simplify their Speedmaster lineup, it would make it easier for consumers to understand and choose the correct one for them. I have to completely disagree with you. I have said this in other videos. There's nothing wrong with Omega watches. It's not a better watch for the money though when it comes to comparing it to one of the Rolex range, in particular the Rolex Daytona. It's iconic. It's the hardest watch to get out of Rolex. It's probably the best model ever produced by Rolex. It's our best selling model. It's the one that all you guys out there chase. It's the iconic, it's the top of the tree, the best model. And for me, as nice as the Speedmaster is, it will never be a Rolex Daytona. Right, so this is quite a large one, so I'm just going to quickly scale over it. So someone's saying, unless you plan on building a moderately sized or large watch collection, just go straight to the grey market and buy what you want. If it's available to you from an AD, you can probably find it for under list on the grey market. And he's exactly right. If you're getting offered these watches that you have been offered and you're not on the list for, which a lot of clients aren't, and you are getting the call, and I get it every day, I've been offered this watch, I've been offered that watch, I wasn't even on the list for this watch. Why do you think you're getting offered that particular watch? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because they're going down the list and just finding anybody who will literally take that watch, and they're doing you an injustice, because that particular watch they're actually selling you is worth less than what you've paid, which is why you should always do your homework and follow our channel or other channels out there who's giving you the information, because at the end of the day, you will walk out that door, you will lose money, and you can go straight to the grey and buy it. I've got some watches here. We will still continue to sell certain watches that are under list because we can offer them under the list. So just be careful out there. And what we've always said, do your homework, choose your dealer wisely, and if it's too good to be true at the AD and you're getting that call, it's definitely too good to be true. Go straight to the grey market and buy it from a dealer like me.